Before we get started with today's episode, we have to obviously do the Diancie code giveaway for the winners. Winner number one for one of the codes is Pucho1993, and the winner for the second code is XXRaptor9XX. Before we go any further with this, of course, I would like to remind everyone that these are North American codes, so if you cannot use North American codes, please tell me whenever you message me to receive your code, and that way I can give it to someone who can actually use it. If you can't use it, then my apologies. I wasn't clear, I guess, whenever I originally did the video, and I'll have to remember to do so later down the line when this kind of comes up. So if you guys can use the codes, congratulations on winning, and be sure to stay tuned for another contest in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, be sure to enjoy the episode for today, and yeah, so let's get this episode started. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Pokemon White 2. I'm your host, the PokeGamer. In the last episode, we kind of went over the Marvelous Bridge and kind of got started on Route 16. We're going to be continuing Route 16 today, and then we're going to be kind of trying to get back to Cresselia. Unfortunately, we won't have enough time to actually encounter, so to speak, Cresselia. We will be taking on the remaining trainers here, as well as in areas, or the Lost Lone Forest, I believe is what it's called. Thinking off the top of my head, and we're also going to be meeting the other person, or the person that owns that other cross transceiver or X transceiver or whatever you want to call it. We'll be finally meeting them in person, so that's kind of what we're going to be taking care of today, hence why it's 14 minutes and 30 seconds long rather than the usual 15 or longer. But yeah, because again, by the time we get to like actually doing anything in regards to Cresselia, it's kind of already around 14 minutes, and there's no way in hell we're going to be able to catch that thing with just, oh, I'll just chuck a Pokeball and catch it. So, yeah, tough noogies for us today, I suppose. But that also means that we get to kind of focus on other things as well after we catch it in the next episode. So, I mean, it might be better this way, I don't know, we'll see. So, I guess I can cover this right now real quick. For those of you in Europe and Australia, the Shiny Mega Gengar distribution event is due to end on Wednesday. This event gives you a special Shiny Gengar, which knows the special move Sludge Wave and holds a Gengarate. This event is a serial code event that requires going to a store in order to receive the code, which is then redeemed in Mystery Gift. By the way, this is the call that she's like, oh yeah, hey, we can meet up in person, and I can get my cross transceiver back. But anyways, where I left off, oh yes, requires going to a store in order to receive the code, which is then redeemed in Mystery Gift. If you are in the United Kingdom, or the UK, whichever is better for you, I guess, whatever, you can get this code in game, or game stores. It's kind of weird saying that, considering game stores can imply a lot of other things, but the store's name is actually Game. If you are in Australia or New Zealand, you can get it from participating EB Games, JB, Hi-Fi, Target, and Big W stores, which is kind of weird because I have a type of grocery thing here called Big Y. It's kind of hilarious, but whatever. If you are in Denmark, Sweden, Norway, or Finland, it can be received from GameStop through some of the stores. I guess not all of them, but I don't understand why that would work like that, but that's kind of how it's playing out. So yeah, be sure to go ahead or go ahead and pick up your codes, for your Gengar while you still can. Unimaginably, I mentioned this I think in an episode or two ago. I managed to actually get the Gengar literally the day after the event went down here, or at least it was supposed to go down. And the reason why I managed to get it at like 3 o'clock in the morning, despite the fact that it should have not been there anymore, is because I guess the way the event thing works, the distribution is stationed somewhere on the west coast, and obviously the time zones are different, so I still had a very, very, very small window to actually get one, and so I mean I got very lucky with that. A friend of mine hooked me up with it, so I mean I managed to get the code, which is all that really matters, I suppose. By the way, I'm kind of annoyed at the entire P-Dove line now. Really like the one trainer with quick attack, and and then of course I hate this gimmick that they gave Liepard to every like AI trainer in this game. Basically, like, oh hey, here, just, oh, we have a Liepard and it happens to have the move Fake Out. Let's just go ahead and use it, just to annoy everyone. I swear they did that on purpose, by the way, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Again, I don't know. But yeah. I don't know. Whatever. By the way, I thought I had a rappel on. I'm surprised I didn't encounter anything up to this point. I mean, we did walk through plenty of grass. But whatever. Also, I kind of feel like I should mention that the trainer that we just battled is a repeatable. You can leave the area and come back, and he will challenge you over and over and over again. You can literally sit there and just keep battling him 100,000 times, meaning unlimited money basically, and a lot of experience that you can just freely use. It's kind of like how a lot of those other trainers are. But I mean, if that's your thing, it's your thing. It's kind of low level, so I mean, not really worth it at this point in the game, but early game, good way to get a good amount of money, stuff like that. But yeah, so obviously at the beginning of the episode we had our little winners announced. Like I said in that, they are North American codes, so if you can't use them, please message me and tell me otherwise. Like, obviously I need you guys to message me so that way I can give you your codes. That way, you know, like that way you actually see it rather than, you know. But yeah, so I mean, I'm gonna probably have the names in the description too, because I know that everyone that entered obviously had to subscribe if they weren't already. And yeah, that's a Zork, and we'll be. I think that was something that we needed to do in order to trigger something later down the line. But yeah, like I was saying though, if you guys won and you can't use the code, feel free to message me and tell me otherwise so I can give it to someone else. I will just, you know, go out of my way to, you know, message each and every one of the individuals after I, you know, do a random thing like I did with the 2 winners here. I'll randomize the remaining ones that, you know, weren't the 2 winners and see who, you know, gets the chance at the other one. But yeah, I mean, that way someone can definitely get the code, because yeah. Also, in regards to giveaways, I have been playing another one. It's something that I'm going to do specially. It's going to be completely of my own stuff. Admittedly, I will be cloning, because I'm not going to go out of my way to restart a game over and over and over and over and over and over again, and you know, do things like that. But still, I think a lot of people will enjoy what I'm going to do. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to go through with it, but I would like to say about a week to decide on how I'm going to be doing it, and then it'll be the weekend after this one that I decide to go live with it. So if you guys want to have that chance to enter yet another giveaway, be sure to remain subscribed, because I know that some people that like to unsubscribe, my bad. But yeah, I know that people like to unsubscribe when they don't win something. Less stuff in their feed, whether it be YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or whatever. They tend to unfollow, unsubscribe, stuff like that. I mean, it's a Pokemon channel. I mean, I guess if you don't like my commentary, that's something. I mean, you could always mute me if you need help with the game. You can still just watch the game and, you know, see if I am doing whatever you're looking for in the video itself. But I mean, my commentary is probably boring as hell and whatever, but I try to at least bring everyone news. I mean, every time I see something big, it kind of annoys me whenever I've already recorded for the day and then I just feel like I need to record again because news comes out. I've felt like that every time pretty much Omega has been revealed for OmegaRuby and AlphaSapphire. At least, you know, when the situation kind of came up, but I mean, it's just something that I like to do for you guys. I like to bring all of the Pokemon news that is remotely relevant to anyone that may or may not be watching me. I don't like to cover everything, of course. I don't play some of the games like the Art Academy thing. I don't play that really. But I mean, hell, some of this stuff isn't even relevant to me, yet at the same time, I know there may be someone watching that actually, you know, cares. I mean, Japanese event stuff, maybe not so much, but I mean, if there happened to be someone living in Japan that can understand the lick of what I'm saying, and they're like, oh, there's an event going on, I didn't know that, and then they actually just, you know about it and, you know, get what they were looking for, you know, things like that. It's just those off chances. That's why I like to cover the Japanese events as well, stuff like that. But I don't know. I just try to do better, and I'm gonna try and do even better once we get to our next Let's Play. Hopefully we can get this one done within the next week and a half, and yeah, because I want to move on to the next game. I mean, I have the ability to finally do newer games, and I want to be able to do them ASAP, and I'm kind of tired of just using an emulator for it. I do know that my capture card sounds a little bit weird. At least it's weird to me. If you guys want to, you can check out the Lucina video that I did for Smash Brothers, because obviously that was recorded with the capture card, and you can tell me if you think the sound seems a bit weird. I don't know how to fix that particularly, so I'm going to have to ask everyone to bear with it until I can figure it out. I will be playing with it. I kind of need to get some money to try and figure out some things. I might need a different cord for certain things or whatever, so yeah, I mean, something that I'm just gonna have to ask people to bear with. I have a lot of games that I do want to do, or I do want to do on this channel. There happens to be 2 of them sitting right in front of me right now. Their cases are literally sitting right here. If I don't drop them on the floor and make a lot of noise, but yeah, as you can kind of hear, those are cases smacking against each other. And the Super Smash Bros. One happens to be kind of sandwiched between 2 of them. But yeah, I mean, there are 2 3DS games sitting right in front of me right now that I really want to bring to you guys, and there's more to come, of course. But as of like right now that I physically own, there are 2. I'm kind of working on a 3rd. I'm trading for it. I know that some people who are here are because of like the shoutouts from No Limit, who happen to all involve usually Yu-Gi-Oh players. I've been trying to kind of trade cards to kind of get some of the games that I want to do on this channel, and I might be getting closer to one of the ones that I want to do. So I mean, yeah. And as you see, we have Yancy registered now. So now that we have her registered and whatnot, we can now call her basically anytime we want. You can only call her like once per area, or you have to check each area to see if there's reception. Like, you have to go into each area and see if there's any kind of reception for it, because I think that like what she said, she may not have good reception, so you may not be able to find her in the cross transceiver. But to kind of demonstrate, one of the spots originally when she called you was right around here. And so we're going to open up our bag and go to the cross transceiver, and as you'll notice, we can now scroll down and see that Yancey's name is here. So we're going to call her. And there you go. Now we know what Yancy looks like. We know, that Yancy obviously is a chick, etc. Now the way the calling thing works is after a certain period of calling, reactions will change. She will blush a little bit here and there. I think that even your character blushes, which is, I don't remember. But yeah, after you reach a certain amount of calls, she'll start to ask to meet you in front of the Ferris wheel, and she'll ride with you. And then of course from there she'll, after like 50 calls, I think it's on the 50th call, she'll start asking you for trades. I think I'm in the wrong spot. I think it was up 1 from here. But yeah, either way, I mean, if I do all the calls just to kind of show it to you guys, we'll, kind of cover that at some point. Because, I mean, it's just only good for getting some hidden abilities. And the only one I think that you can only get from there, and only from there at the moment, is well, that are breeding, is Snorlax. So, I mean, there's that. But yeah. Anyways, we're going to use the Lunar Wing and get Cresselia to appear. However, we will not be, again, able to encounter it, quote-unquote, until the next episode. So, in the next episode, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be trying to catch Cresselia. Hopefully, it's not that big of a pain in the ass. And then, from there, we're going to trigger the 3 Pixies. So, yeah, be sure to stay tuned for that. If you haven't already, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and until next time, this is the PokeGamer, signing out.